I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death the right to say it. Voltaire. Greetings to everyone. I'm Govind Golia pursuing BA program from Delhi University. We are back with the next episode of Kavita and Hum. This series was started with a purpose to tell our viewers and to communicate a message that our rights and responsibilities as human beings and our basic rights as fundamental rights as Indians is very important, and one of those rights is freedom of speech and expression. So today's poem is all about freedom of expression and speech. And freedom of expression and speech isn't about opposing or defending or rising agitation against the government, but it is about putting an opinion or thoughts in a public sphere and to demonstrate that sometimes everyone can be wrong and to accept that everyone has opinions and there can be a difference. So today's poem is written by Bob
Poem with the title Believe, Believe, which was written by Bob Kaufman, who was an American beat poet as well as a jazz performance artist and a satirist. A leading figure in San Francisco poet renaissance of 1950s, Kaufman's poems, politics, and perhaps most importantly, his embrace of oral nature of poetry informed and influenced a generation of poets. However, no definitive study of Kaufman's works exists, and given the ambling details of his life, perhaps no complete study may ever be possible. Remembrances, essays, tributes by and about the man credited with coining the term beatnik are scattershot through beat histories and memos. There are a few volumes of his poems still in print, including The Ancient Rain and Cranial Guitars. Much of the Kaufman's alternative, ascetic, and highly public life remains a mystery. Even what is known about Kaufman not at all certain. He was born into a large family in New Orleans to a Catholic African American mother and a father of German Orthodox Jewish heritage. He stood up for the rights of black against the exploiters. The poem goes this: believe in this, young apple seeds, in blue skies, radiating young breast, not in blue suited insects, infesting society's garments. Believe in the swinging sounds of jazz, tearing the night into intricate shreds, putting it back together again in cool logical patterns, not in the sick controllers who created only the bomb. Let the voices of dead poets ring louder in your ears than the screeching mouthed in the mildewed editorials. Listen to the music of centuries rising above the mushroom time. The poet meant mushroom, and mushroom time and bomb in the poem refers to the atomic and nuclear arms. He tried to say that we have created weapons to destroy humanity, but we still lack the responsibility and care to take care of each other. We lack the sense of responsibility towards humanity and our community. The poem refers to the ability of the swinging sounds of jazz to logically put the world back together, bring peace and prosperity in the lives of everyone, a world where all can live in harmony, brotherhood with equal rights to all, despite of their economic status or their color or creed. Kaufman wants the audience to listen to the dead poets and the music of centuries rather than the newspapers, probably society as a whole, which are controlled by the ruling class. He points out that traditional business people or the mainstream society who are ruining the society, called them the sick controllers, probably refers to the governments or the military who created nuclear bombs, control press, as well as they try to control the narratives in the media. The poet wants audience to relate to his negative feelings about society, how he has been suppressed as a black man in that time in America. He tries to highlight those points. He also tries to refer to the situation where black lives didn't matter. The whites or the ruling class created prejudice among the colored sections of society, treated them as slaves, and consumed their wealth as well as exploited their rights, basic human rights. So, आज के समय में भी हमारी सरकार और बड़ी पूंजीपति जो मीडिया और अखबारों को खरीद रखे हैं वही हाल है जो 19-20वीं शताब्दी में अमेरिका यूएसए में हो रहा था, वह आज भारत में हो रहा है। खबर में मुद्दे वो आते ही नहीं जो जन कल्याण के लिए ज़रूरी हैं। जनता को उन मुद्दों से दूर रखा जाता है। भ्रष्टाचार इतना फैल गया है कि देश के नेता जन कल्याण के नाम पर मजदूर और किसान का हक छीनकर अमीरों के खजाने भर रहे हैं। गजब तो तब होता है जब मौलिक अधिकारों के अनुसार कॉलेज के विद्यार्थी या बच्चे धरने पर या प्रोटेस्ट तो करने पहुंच जाते हैं, पर उन्हें एंटी नेशनल या देशद्रोही कहकर कितने घिनौने इल्ज़ाम लगाए जाते हैं, उन पर लाठी चार्ज कर दिए जाते हैं, वाटर गन्स चला दी जाती हैं। अभी आप हाल ही में देखिए, पिछले 100 दिनों से ज़्यादा से किसान अपने देश की राजधानी के बॉर्डर पर बैठे हैं ताकि उनकी मांगें सुनी जाएं, पर सरकार ने एक शांतिपूर्ण आंदोलन को भी खालिस्तानी कह दिया। उन्हें खालिस्तानी कह दिया जो किसान भूखे प्यासे 100 दिनों से इतनी कड़ाके की ठंड में वहाँ बैठे थे। उन्हें सरकार ने एंटी नेशनल देशद्रोही बता दिया, आतंकवादी तक कह दिया। Farmers from Punjab, UP and Haryana were exercising their rights to show dissent, to protest against the government for their rights. But government, instead of considering their motive for protest, a responsible and efficient government is very busy proving them anti-national and degrading the reputation of the peaceful and poor farmers adversely affected by the new farm laws. This is reality. Newspapers and media channels today in India are like completely corrupt. They don't show the original narrative. The sad reality is that the India is now partly free. According to a study in UN, India is not free. It's not a free nation, it's a partly free nation. World's largest democracy, a country which has a diverse culture, which consists of various religions, languages, beliefs, which was a democratic, secular and a free country, but now is a partly free nation. We as responsible citizens can voice against these exploitations. देश जनता से बनता है और जनता का हित वह जानती है। वो तभी मुमकिन है जब सरकार और जनता दोनों हमारे देश के संविधान का पालन करें। सरकार विरोध की आदत डाल ले, क्योंकि जहाँ विरोध है वहाँ आज़ादी है। हम उसी आज़ाद मुल्क के वासी हैं जो हर धर्म, भाषा और संस्कृति को अपने अंदर समेटे और संजो कर रखता है। Thank you so much for listening. Have a blessed day ahead and do not forget to like, share, subscribe and comment.